in my hands I have Syrnyky. It's the most prominent dish in our country. My name is Yevhen Klopotenko and I'm famous Ukrainian chef. I'm trying to say and to show to the whole world that Ukrainian gastronomy and Ukrainian cuisine exists, and it's wide and it's very tasty. And I want to share with you different authentic recipes which you can easily try at home and you will definitely like it. So this Syrnyky is our main dessert. First of all, I want to tell that we need to have just special ingredients. First of all, it's cottage cheese. I know that it's kind of a bit hard to find cottage cheese, and if you do it at home and you never saw the cottage cheese, you can take ricotta. It's a different thing, but more or less you will taste something similar. And now we will go to the market and I will try to find the best cottage cheese for serving. Cottage cheese is very unique for Ukraine because Ukrainians are eating like almost every day this cottage cheese, and sometimes you can eat just cottage cheese and some berries, but normally you can cook Syrnyky straight from this cheese. And this cheese has the taste of real Ukrainian milk and real Ukrainian grass, and that's why it's so important to buy cheese on a farmer's market, or maybe you can make it something similar at home, but I need to call to my friend. She's a cheesemaker. Тань, привіт. А я зараз на ринку, і я ось купив сир. А скажи, чи правильно я його обирав? От для сирників, як ти вважаєш, які правила вибирання сиру для сирників? Буду тобі вдячний. Запиши мені декілька кружечків, коли в тебе є час.
Євгене, привіт, рада тебе чути. Найкращі вау-сирники виходять лише із нашого українського домашнього кисломолочного сиру. Але важливо, щоб він був не жирний, не більше 9% жирність, і не вологий. Тоді сирники будуть гарно смажитися і не розтікатися на пательні.
We have sour cream. Sour cream is also our dairy product. When I've been all around the world, it was hard to find sour cream. So sometimes you can similar, but combination of high protein cottage cheese and high protein sour cream, it's something like super modern and super unique, because now whole world is trying to find new ways of new sources of protein, but we already have it. And if you think about your health and if you think about your body, I think that cottage cheese is the most useful product. And if you never tried it, definitely you have to try. What I will do now, I will combine with the eggs and I will put some salt or sugar. Our Syrnyky can be in two different ways. They can be sweet or they can be sour. Because our tradition, we never had desserts and we never had breakfast. Because we've been eating for the breakfast everything which we've been eating for the dinner. Syrnyky now is widely and mostly people in Ukraine eating for the breakfast, but sometimes they're putting too much sugar. So we have like a sweet breakfast, the same as in US or in Britain, when everyone taking the toast and putting some jam. We can do both sweet or sour. I can take a blender and I can blend and make the smooth structure. But if you want, you can use just this structure, put some eggs, and that's all. I will put one egg and later a bit of flour. Now I put some flour and I will mix it again. The most interesting moment is that this dish is one of the most conservative dish, but in the same time it's kind of a bit modern, because there is more or less the same recipe of cooking Syrnyky, but fillings and addings to the Syrnyky can be like totally whatever you want. You can find the Syrnyky with bananas, with avocado, with the strawberries, with the raspberries, with the crunches, with the different things which you want to put it. But the recipe is more or less the same. We put some cottage cheese, some eggs, some flour, and then we cook it on the pan and a bit in the oven, and that's all. Now let's form the proper shape of Syrnyky. So in the end you have the structure of the dough, that it's not stick to your fingers, and it looks like perfect base for creativity. If you want to put some meat here, you can put some meat and then you can put to the oven. It will be something like muffin. If you will add more flour and you will boil it, it's going to be some other type of dish. So it's kind of a bit unique dough, because in Ukraine we had a lot of dairy, and it first was milk, then it started to be the sour cream, and after sour cream it started to be cheese. So cottage cheese and the sour cream is almost the same, because it produces from the milk, from the cow milk. And during my expedition in Ukraine, I saw a lot of different recipes which are combined sour cream and cottage cheese. There is two different ways of doing Syrnyky. First, you can take the knife and you can do such a moves, and then you have to push a bit, and that's the form of the perfect syrnyk. Way how we do in the restaurants. First, glass to give the proper shape, and then just push. So you can do however you want. Now we'll cook them on the pan, and then we'll put to the oven for the 5 minutes. The main idea of cooking them is not to over fry, not to burn them. Sometimes it can be a problem, but if you see that they start to burn, just take them out and put it to the oven. Before we start to cooking that way, we were cooking our syrnyky in a wooden oven. So we took a lot of syrnyky and we put them to the wooden oven, and it was just the one way to cook them, because our wooden ovens was just everything for us. So now, again, sour cream to make them taste best. You can put here whatever you want, any addings, just watch your fantasy, how far your fantasy can go, how much ingredients you can put here. Normally jam is the most proper thing. So it's famous Ukrainian Syrnyky, which I'm sharing with the world.